What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Shonen Speak Easy. I'm your host, LQ.
And it's Big Chill, aka Landon. You know what it is.
Yeah.
All right. We got a fun-packed episode where literally there's so much going on that we can barely keep up. But I want to start it out by getting something off my chest that I've really not been wanting to talk about. It's pretty simple. I have someone to sum it up for us. And believe it or not, this is the first time I ever highlighted a Cowboys fan in a positive light. Here he is. If he decides to play. Look at this. They never show up when you really need them to.
Gotta let that evil out your heart, man.
It's playtime. And look, there you go. Finally.
No more Charlie Kirk. Don't talk about it on my lives. Please. We are finished talking about Charlie Kirk. Please stop talking about Charlie Kirk. Don't more.
And I completely agree. Only because, well, there's no only because. There's a lot of reasons, but the main one is the conversation isn't progressing anywhere. Everyone's getting tired of it. And also, some of the things that are being broken down are completely unnecessary. I don't really care how Erica Kirk is processing his passing, if she's all giggly and smiles, or if she's depressed and stuck in the house for the next 10 years or so. I don't really care that she's taking over Turning Point USA. I just don't. Like, it's not relevant for anyone's lives, and also it's none of my business how somebody's personal dealings with the dead person is. But as Kendrick Lamar said in Money Trees, the one in front of the gun lives forever. So unfortunately, we're going to have to continue to keep hearing about these conversations running in circles, while some people keep begging for the Epstein files that you're never going to get. You're begging somebody that's in the files to give you the files so you can so you can call them out and attempt to hold them accountable. Which we already know what accountability is in the age of the internet, is just being able to chastise people until they apologize, and then after that you slowly forget because there's bigger fish to fry. But in regards to the entire Kirk family and this entire situation that has happened, I don't care to talk about it anymore. It's not a great talking point in the first place, but it's just annoying. It's a circle jerk of people that want to feed their egos on what they think free speech is and how they feel about their own personal politics. Absolutely nothing has to do with them either admiring or adhering to what this person has done or how they impacted their lives. And even on the other side of it, sometimes it's just people that like really can't get the hate out their heart. Like, he's dead. As much as it's cool, like as much as you didn't like him, I mean, it ain't nothing left. I hated Hulk Hogan, and I had my moment for what, all of like 2 days. I made my jokes. Of course, I played everything Randy Savage, and then I let it go because there's way more stuff in life that I got to concern myself about than someone who can't even speak to me, who was never going to speak to me anyway, because they definitely wanted to be segregated from me in the first place. But yeah, that's it. That is my opening monologue rant. Let this shit go. If you really don't care, show that you don't care by focusing on bigger and better things. If you really do care that much, I don't know, go visit Erica and give her a hug or something. Go put some flowers at his gravesite. Donate to whatever cause that he opposed. But, just let it go. It's not worth it. And these circle jerks going on TikTok and Instagram right now, it's not going anywhere. So just let the shit go.
I do agree with that. Like, the fact that it's been a couple of weeks now since, this incident happened, and everybody is trying to basically continue to eat off of this thing, probably for the rest of the year. But my thing is, obviously, I'm not going to celebrate anybody, being shot and killed or whatever. But
I might. Not him, but I might.
But the fact that, everybody's trying to use their own narrative, especially when it comes to the government, and trying to treat him like he's a war hero. And if you don't celebrate him like a war hero, then, then you should be punished, whether losing your job and, et cetera, et cetera. Like, this is like the microcosm of what this country has turned into. And this shit is like fucking sad. Like, obviously, when it comes to the killer, they're still trying to be like, oh, well, he liked, transsexuals, or he liked this and he liked that. Why are y'all not focusing on, hey, it was a white guy that killed him, instead of trying to, link him to like something that y'all may not be in favor of. that still doesn't make any sense to me. And all the different people in government that was calling for the death penalty for whoever killed him, and then as soon as I found out that he was white, oh, well, we should have grace, so we should pray for him, and we should do this and do that.
That's
Like,
crazy.
like, yeah, just get the fuck out of here with that. Like, I'm tired of this fake sympathy. I'm tired of this, fake outrage and stuff like that when it comes to him. We got to let this shit go. Erica and whoever else, when it comes to dealing with the trauma and stuff, because I know it's obviously very traumatic to lose your husband that way. But at the end of the day, the way that they're using him is not someone who should be grieving right now. Like, she doesn't seem like someone who's grieving. It's like, oh, well, he died, but is it an opportunity for me to get a quick cash grab out of the millions of people who support Trump? And it's just, it's really, really stupid. So I'm sick and tired of the whole thing as a whole. And I honestly think that society should just restart.
That would be great. I mean, but since the whole rapture thing didn't happen, or it did, and all of us got left behind.
Yeah. I mean, if we all got left behind, I mean, God, I felt like I was trying to live a good life. I mean, I don't mind, man. Like,
I mean, once Trump won the election, it felt like the rapture had already happened. That's when hell was. You can't tell me we're not in a timeline that seems very post-rapture, according to scripture.
Oh yeah, January 6th was the rapture, and then after that's when things really started going to hell. So
exactly.
You might have a point there.
But
we survived multiple raptures.
I'm telling you. And I'm gonna just go ahead and let it go because I can stay on all day. But there are other things in the world that have gone on that have very much pissed me off. But before we get there, I'm gonna go back to politics one more time because something funny happened with Theodore Cruz, and I gotta admit, this right here I didn't expect. Yeah, gotta go full government.
Hey, he's part of the government, so why not?
We should have bipartisan agreement. I think that's a great idea. We should have bipartisan agreement. How about we all come together and say, let's stop murders? How about we all come together and say, let's stop rape?
I'm with
How about we all come together and say, let's stop attacking pedophiles?
Hold up. Hold
up. Did you just, yeah, like you said, Freudian slip? Do you have something that you would like to share with the class, Mr. Ted Cruz?
Yeah, he would definitely like to share with the class.
It
ain't filled with adults.
Damn.
God damn it, Theodore. Now we see what he's going to Cancun for.
Mm-hmm.
But it's also strange. Like Six Flags is right down the street from where he lives. But anyway,
he got a cruise island.
Oh God, those kids had to be annoyed. But this just goes to show that maybe the Epstein list has got more people on it than you think. But
That's
also,
for damn sure.
Freudian slip or not, he was on to something good initially, and then that just ruined the whole thing. Which I really wonder if this conversation were to go any other way, I wonder would it even have any of the traction that it has now. Like, I get it; it's very fun to dunk on, your political opposition, and even when it comes to common ground, it's just like those usually come with some type of stipulation that doesn't bode well for the other side. But as funny as this is, and also as terrifying as it is to hear that, because I don't know how he fixed that sentence. If he did fix that sentence, that's crazy.
It should have been a gasp, in Congress when he finished that statement.
There should have been a huge what?
Thinking, you know what?
Yeah,
this is Congress. It's about time
exactly.
I have my rights respected.
Right? I'm pretty sure there's another senator there that was just like, hear him out.
Hold on.
Wait a minute, guys. Let's hear him out.
Hear him out. But yeah, I just thought that was funny. There's not really much to go on outside of that. I just thought it was hilarious.
Yeah, that's a crazy slip up.
But also check his hard drive. because there's no way.
Mm.
There's no way that you let that pass. But yeah, on to the next one. Finally, we get into something that typically would be more positive. Is hip hop, and dealing with hip hop. It's not just some run of the mill artist that we don't respect, like someone else we're going to talk about. It's about Ab-Soul. He's finally getting his moment. He gets to be on the biggest platform that he's ever been on. Mafia Radio, aka Kaisenet Stream, in partnership with On the Radar. He gets his freestyle. If you haven't heard Chris Patrick's freestyle, Chris Patrick did an outstanding job. He literally stole the show. Probably the best freestyle of the entire series up until this moment, potentially.
Big Sean had a good one too.
Big Sean's was good, but Chris Patrick stole the show.
Even Super Duper Kyle, who I don't like his new style, had a good one.
But yeah, hey man, there was a lot of great talent up there. But let's hear what it was like coming from arguably the best lyricist of LA outside of Crooked Eye. Let's not be crazy here. But let's see how someone who's heralded as a wordsmith did in his freestyle on Kaisenet's Mafia-thon.
I'm just a vessel, I told you that. Tuck, punch, and bite back. Sign your will with a quill. Dip it in your bloodline. Deal away your whole DNA. Through familiar, big mad. The irony is I'm composing this in oxygen. I don't need no page. Yeah. Legal tender bender. Big stacks. Like that. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, you comfy, okay. I can't get it. Does that ever? Can I get a run? Can I run it back? Has that ever happened?
Man, sound like he was having a stroke, dude.
When that question comes up, you know you're in a bad space.
Yeah, you know you fucked up.
Yeah.
Hey, can you run it back though? Damn, bro, I didn't realize.
Yeah, and don't worry, he gets a second try. Let's hear the second try.
Oh no!
Yeah, the video didn't start over. The beat just did.
Yeah, man. I've seen it, and yeah.
Hey, man. Yeah.
That beat is hard, by the way.
I'm just a vessel, I told you that. Body bags, write your will with a quill, dip it in your bloodline. Too familiar, big mad. The irony is I'm composing this in oxygen. I don't need no page, just paper. The legal tender bender. Stitches get administered, big expenditures. Spaces and bits, a million digits. Yeah, comma after comma, after comma. Look, the big picture. Get with ya. Just split ya. Yeah.
Wow.
Poetically, blow whistles. Most definitely the best that y'all seen. I need a shadow bandana over.
His face is like, get this nigga out of here for the love of God.
Yeah, because it's a train wreck, man. It's so bad, bro.
My mental, so gentle. Y'all. The victory lap on the Mafia con. Yeah, turn me up. I'm amped up. Stand up by any means possible. Kick lots flow. Can't forget Gay P. Been on the radar. I came in the game with day free. Mr. Terrorist stretched with an AR. Sister Scissor told y'all that y'all been chatting. Yeah, what's happening? Right the fuck now. No lanes in them with the gang in them. Heavy is the head, wear the crown. Only big bar, fuck that bar, big bar, game bars. Let's get insensitive to say pause. If not, let's play. Switch up like you don't know me. Wale. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Eminem, infinite.
that switch up, like my name Wale, is actually a pretty cool bar for Castanet, and it's just like this is performed so bad. I'm actually gonna go ahead and stop before I actually fall asleep on it.
Yeah, it keeps going. Oh, that's
Oh
impressively
yeah,
bad.
Yeah,
it's impressively bad, and I just this is your first time seeing a Mura, so you give us your thoughts on it before I literally take up a bunch of
I did
time with the
not
rant.
have super duper Kyle out rapping. I'm so on freestyle. They don't cry for this year.
Me either.
Honestly, for any year.
I bring him up because he's just really like pretty simple. Or so many people have come on here and done well. It's so wild to hear him come on and do this. I've been listening to a few of them. This one hasn't come across my algorithm, probably because wow, my algorithm's like, this is garbage. That was bad. Like, I don't understand, but there are literally people freestyling regular people in high school in their cars. That's crazy. That's crazy. Bro.
And the thing I have to stress, because some people are gonna say other things before I also include this in my rant. They have pre-written verses. Like when people go to do freestyles on radio stations and TV shows, everyone has something pre-written, and if they don't, they're already in like a masterclass of their own, a la Lupe Fiasco, Black Thought. Odyssey did a really good job. Big Crit has done a really good job off the top, and like some of the underground rap, like Rome Streets, people that are closer to the underground than they are the mainstream. Those are the people that can do it extremely well.
Mm-hmm.
But everyone else that isn't in like their top 5 to 10%, shout out Mickey Fax as well. He's awesome at just pulling off freestyles, or even battle rappers. But anyone that's not in that echelon of freestyling comes in with a pre-written verse. And I just have to preface that for anybody that doesn't think that that's a real thing.
Yeah, I don't know if you thought. I just don't. That's true. That's true. Some people, even if they don't come up with a pre-written verse, you're literally never gonna know. Like, to be honest, you should just assume that they are. There's a chance to get viral or go viral, etc. But anyway, what is your thoughts now that I thought people knew this, but what is your thoughts now?
Oh no, go ahead, chill. It literally, I probably listen to his music either the most or very close second, so I have quite a bit to say.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and echo some same thoughts. As someone who's a avid Absol fan, been a big fan since long term too. Back when we was at UNT listening to him and all the potential that we seen in him back then, and for some reason he just never lived up to it. And the fact that we're still, seeing something like this out of him is, very lazy, I don't know, for some reason I want to question the work ethic for some reason. I know he deals with, mental health and stuff like that, and also physical ailments, but for you to go, on a platform as big as this and embarrass yourself like that, and for the people who could have become new Ab Soul fans, and you come out there and do something like that, they're not gonna want to go check out your new music, your old music, man. And that's a damn shame, because Control System is great, Herbert is great, Long Term 2 is great, and the fact that most people are gonna be turned off by this is really a fucking shame. Like, we rarely see you in public for the most part anyway when it comes to getting your name out there. And the one time that you actually do come out in public, that's how you treat it. And like you were saying earlier, you could have had something already well prepared and no one would know it's a freestyle because, like I said, most people don't know too much about his work. So I would rather you come with something written and already memorized and just do that instead of what you just did. Please be better, Absol. Please. I'm begging you, man. You're making me look bad when I be out here defending you, man.
Yep. And then there's me, somebody who likes his music, but I won't defend him at all. This sucked. It was easily the worst one so far. And I don't have any excuse for him. I really don't care if anybody has an excuse for him. Like, there's people that either are on the side of he's dealing with so much, then don't go. Just don't go. And also, if you're, like, the thing that other people don't notice about him in this situation is people that think they're that pretend to be fans of him are tripping, because he's been dropping freestyles on his Instagram recently, and they've all been pretty good. Some of them not amazing, but pretty good. Definitely way better than this. That was recent. He has stage fright. He's been a performer for about 20 years. I don't want to hear that excuse either. And then there's the people that say he's trolling. That's not really him doing what he's trying to do. He's trying to make a point. Now,
So
for
what the
anyone
fuck
that
do you
says
get out of that then?
exactly. Now, there's someone who actually, and I'm gonna read you this direct comment, and I thought it was arguably the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my entire life. This guy says he's trolling the Drake freestyle, and then everyone else was just like, "What the fuck?" And he was like, "Drake Fun Flex freestyle from 16 years ago." And I said, "Seems
just stop."
Yeah. So my initial response seems like an odd time to troll something that's irrelevant to most people watching. I like Soul a lot, but he should have pulled a Red Bull freestyle in this instant and put everyone to shame. And then the guy was like, "Nah, Drake's still throwing shots, so why not troll when you get a chance? That's part of the sport, but I know people don't want to see Drake buried 9 feet." And I was like, this is the type of stupidity that I can't handle, because fans may amplify everything to be better or worse. Even this comment on this post, LOL, why Absol acting like he can't freestyle on purpose? He probably did this for rage bait so people can look him up and see how he actually raps. Absol is a genius. Listen to the end is near. No, he fucked up. There's no excuse. He fucked up. He sucked on the biggest fucking platform possible. Kai Cenat had 1 million subs. 1 million subs during Mafiathon. Granted, a lot of it was some corporate subs. Shout out to Crocs for coming through, and Snoop Dogg and all the people. It was fucking weird.
Yeah,
But
T-Mobile
anyway,
and Valorant and all that stuff.
yeah, and definitely Valorant. Valorant gave a lot of subs. A shit ton of subs. But fuck Valorant. You're not even a good game. Anyway, the thing that really killed me about this is, like, people can't accept that people have bad days, but also, on the other hand, thinking that someone is so genius that they will stoop to a level to do something so fucking stupid that they'll ruin their own career. Not saying that this will completely make him, but when you're in front of 1 million people and you spout a bunch of bullshit, instead of going off the top of the dome, as he probably could have, for let's say a minute or a minute and a half, instead of saying, "I don't like this beat, let me choose a different beat," which everybody was complaining, saying he doesn't even rap over them type of beats. They already know he more of a boom bap type rapper. Why did they give him that? 1, adapt. 2, ask for something different, because everyone else that came up there and didn't like a beat asked for a different beat. This is an opportunity for you to show you at your best. You can dictate how the situation goes. If you want to do a pre-written verse, if you want to rap off the top of your head, and let's be real, nobody fucking knows Absol that's currently watching Kai Cenat. I don't even watch Kai Cenat, but I know people that do, and they have no idea who Absol is. You can just pull a verse from Long Term 2 or from Control System. It doesn't matter, because everybody that's already a fan of you will just be like, "Hey, that's verse 2 off of Control System. Oh, this is that verse is from track 4 of These Days." But everyone else that doesn't know him, if they think that it's clever, they're gonna fuck with it and go check out your music. We know nobody's really listening to you, including your own fan base, because look at how Soulburger sold.
Yeah.
A flop on all ends for him to be as known as a household name for the underground listeners. He's too big to be flopping at the rate that he did. But even when your core fan base isn't that interested in listening to you, you can't say that he's trolling to get people to go check him out. You can't afford those opportunities. He's going on tour with Joey Badass. Joey Badass album just fucking flopped. Do you think Joey Badass is going to go up there and fuck around if he gets the opportunity to go on Kai Cenat's stream? No. Did Big Sean sit up there and troll, even though I decided was a good album, and even though the album that came after that was it Better Me Than You, even that did fairly well? Do you think he went up there to troll to get more attention from rage baiting? No. And these artists aren't stupid. But also, my one hot take per episode, I guess, Absol isn't the fucking genius that y'all think he is. If we're ranking rappers from like F tier all the way to S tier, he is a great A tier rapper. He's not a good songwriter. So in other words, this is the part where he's supposed to shine. If any time you look at somebody's like stats and it was like 2K or Madden, freestyling and just doing and spitting bars is the part that's like pretty high, from, you know, in the 90 range to 99 range. And depending on how much you read or how many people you listen to, you can say he's either a 99 or he's just like an 89 and he's just proficient at it. Doesn't matter. You can argue that with whoever you want to. Not me. I listen to way more people than you do. And for people that are going to say, no, it just go over your head. Listening to Black Thought, Run the Jewels, ASAP Rock, Lupe Fiasco, no. Absol is one of them niggas that is definitely not going over my head. But for him to be in that conversation with those people, being a lyricist, if you take your art seriously, if you take your skill set seriously, there is no room for you to be trolling. So you don't go on here and do shit like this. You don't fuck up these opportunities when you get booked for them. So when you write a freestyle or you spit off the top of your dome, or if you take a verse from an old song, because guaranteed, I, a person who has pretty bad memory for my own lyrics, if I can't write something new, I'm going off the top and then I'm weaving in bars from lyrics that I've already written that I remember from before. Hell, if I have to lift a couple bars from an artist that's on the underground that had something really dope to say, in order for me to not look like a dumbass, I might do that too. But this is just too golden of an opportunity, and he wasted it. And people have to understand that, like, yes, sometimes you have bad days, but this was definitely the worst time to have a bad day. Last thing, Curtis King TV, he covered this. He is, in the nicest way possible, kind of a dick rider for TDE. Said Absol had a very human moment. Yeah, he sucked. And, you know, the beat selection, the beat is fire. Absol can rap over damn near any beat that you put him on whenever it suits him best. And for people that are like, oh, now there's been people that are in discourse that I'm in saying that Absol is washed. That's when you know you had done the wrong thing at the wrong time. So for people to not view you as washed, one, you have to refer them back to music. You have to refer them back to older tracks. Whenever you have to do that, you're now the person that looks like you're dick riding the person who is very, very much capable of handling criticism. You know, we've seen the battles that he's had mentally and even physically. And also, for anyone that thought that he was trolling, he already went on IG Live and said he fucked up. So please, dead that shit. It was bad. He's a better artist than that. But maybe, just maybe, he should have prepared himself way better. Because the people that are there that are 15, 20 years younger than him are outshining him. And some of them people, I've listened to their music, and their music actually sucks. So I'm not giving no passes for him. Just do better. And if you really are suffering through trauma and you got some shit to deal with, don't go. And also, fuck you, Reason, for throwing shots at a man that can barely even see. And you also still can't rap better than him. But yeah, in rant.
Anything else? Man.
You know what? Fuck Castanet too, because why are you using another platform that had a producer on there saying that nobody wants to hear boom bap and nobody wants to hear that rippity rap shit. Nobody cares about lyrics. And then you partner with the platform that person to say that, while also still holding the mindset that black people don't have culture, but you amplify black culture on your podcast, on your stream, in order to get subscribers and money out of people. It's just like this whole thing. Every time this shit happens with black people always end up losing, bro. There's never an opportunity for us to just come out on top with genuine love. And I really get irritated by it, but I'm still also just as equally irritated by Absol's freestyle. Almost did literally ruin my Sunday, bro. It genuinely ruined my Sunday.
Fucking dead.
I called Big Chill and we talked about it. And even before then, I was sending voice notes. I was so angry, I didn't even want to text. I was sending voice notes about how pissed I was about this bullshit. And the thing that always makes me mad is fan responses. You can just say that somebody sucked. It's okay. Like it's not the end of the world. Some of my favorite rappers can't freestyle. Shit, sometimes I can't freestyle. So, just take it, move on past it. But also, Kaisenet, stop using black culture and saying that it doesn't exist while going to the BET Awards, while having the was it AMP ciphers, while having the Mafia Radio, all this shit, but black people don't have culture. Got it, bro. Got it. You fucking idiot.
Yeah. I don't have much more to say on Absol screwing the pooch here.
Screwed it pretty hard. He raw dogged it.
But I will say, while this isn't our topic for today, yeah, guys, and that's whole Mafia-thon thing, or as it's been kind of being called online, the Begathons.
I'm not gonna lie, it's funny. Also, Big Chill, if you said something, you were muted. Still muted. There you go. Unmuted.
Okay.
You respected my rant so much and you forgot to turn it back off.
It was because I was trying to make sure that I didn't interrupt it because there was some noise in the background, so I wanted to cut it out.
All good.
But now I saw all of that begging and stuff. Like, everybody was just calling him out about that, and I'm just like, hey man, he had a goal in mind. He wanted to, get hit 1 million subs. He hit it. Props to him. But like when it comes to just putting your foot in your mouth, he does that way more often than not.
Yeah.
There are moments, bro, where I'm like, this is crazy. Like, I don't watch Dyson X. I don't really like Dyson out that much, I'm gonna be honest. I don't really like him. Between, I guess the top 2 streamers are gonna be him and Speed. I actually thought I disliked Speed more. I actually like Speed more.
I actually like Speed. He teeters on the line of being a cornball and like, you definitely know he's for his crowd and like overdoing it. Kind of like he's like almost minstrel show, but he's also just like a kid having fun, and you kind of get the balance.
Yeah.
So I like him, but I also feel like he respects everything and everyone around him, and that's kind of the big difference.
That is the big dude. There's a scene of guys in that going out in the street and running into some random fans. And I get it; it's for the stream and all that. It's for the entertainment, whatever, bro. He like runs into these fans. He's like, "I'm looking for gifted subs. I'm looking for gifted." He's like, "I need like 50 gifted." That's like 250. Y'all got 250 on you? I'm like asking teenagers on the street to give you $250 in subs as a millionaire. To me, it's like, what are we doing?
Now, he made a ton of bank off of this Mafia.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's in the simple math. You see the subs.
Yeah.
It's a bit much for me to be like, all right,
but
I guess subscribing to some sport streamer. I say support all you want. I've subscribed to small and big creators, massive ones, but when someone's literally like doing that begging stuff, I'm like, that's weird.
But then what kills me is he be like downplaying it, because I think the last or the second Mafia-thon he did or whatever, he was like, "Well, I didn't make as much as y'all think I made," and stuff like that. I'm like, bro, just quit lying, dog. It's okay, bro. We know you made a ton, and it's okay, bro. Just don't lie about it, man.
The crazy thing is, after seeing Ryan Trahan go to 50 states, 50 states in 50 days, and raising $11 million for St. Jude, you know what he did when at first he planned this out way beforehand. He was weary of not reaching $1 million. You know what he planned on the last day? He donated $150,000 of his own money from his own business for the charity. Granted, he killed his mark so bad that the 150K seemed, minuscule in retrospect. But to think that if Kai was short on subs, he could have just gifted the subs with his own money.
Oh yeah.
Because a lot of these people also, when they get gifted subs, some people, if they're already there and they're already watching and they see the benefits of being subbed, they will just resubscribe themselves. I know I'm a streamer. I'm a very poor streamer, but it happens. I've gifted subs and those people have come back. So,
and don't talk down on yourself like that.
No, I'm just saying poor is in like it's not paying no bills.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I'm not a bad streamer. No, I'm a good streamer. I think I'm fairly talented. I just stream only once a week, and it takes a lot away from it.
Yeah, but it's all about building up your platform, and then before you know it, it can turn from once a week, 2, 3. You never know.
That's true.
I agree, but I do think it is kind of insane that he could just dude, he would never do it though. It's just so weird. It
probably wouldn't feel as organic for him.
Mafia-thon 2, I thought was really good. I feel like 3. And he said, "Well, this is the last Mafia-thon." I'm like, "Yeah, bro, because it's kind of getting a little lame." The whole concept of streaming, like, to me, it's cool when people, for like non-IRL streamers. I think IRL streams are kind of like some of my favorite streams and least favorite streams all at the same time. I like what Speed does. It's fun. He literally, like his tour the world thing. That's pretty cool because you're literally seeing someone tour the world.
Yeah.
Trahan one where he goes around the country. That's interesting. Some dude like screaming at his computer and looking at reaction videos, bro. Just make that YouTube video, bro. Why is this live?
That's fair.
Like someone legitimately just screaming for subs and begging for subs. The craziness. I think there was some streamer who tried to do a subathon, and he says, "Oh, I'm not gonna multi-stream on Kick or Twitch because it doesn't make enough money." He made $1,800 in 9 hours.
Wait, he made what?
Yeah, I know you're talking about that Lacey dude.
Yeah, I've never heard of this kid. I watched 2 clips of him. I said, I see why I've never heard of him. He seems trash, but he was complaining about making $1,800 in 9 hours, bro. And that's the same people that get all these subs and who do
Some
subathon.
people don't even make that in a month.
Like, bro, that's where I have the issue. It does seem like a begathon. So I know that's not related to Absol, but
no, that's fine.
That's Kai Cenat, who quote unquote doesn't think black culture is real.
But also,
black folks on.
Digital panhandling is a huge problem. It definitely takes away from the content that's being produced. And also, shout out Smino for actually having a really good freestyle too. But we knew that was going to happen. It's fucking Smino.
Of course.
Yeah.
But after that positive note with Smino, let's go to a significantly worse note. And that is the new album from Young Thug.
Yeah.
UI Scuddy. I don't know what the hell that means.
He don't either.
I'm pretty sure he doesn't. He also didn't. He tried to explain what the album cover was, and it really pissed me off. But also, I did look up what a UI Scuddy actually means, and it's a red supergiant star. So I was like, oh, maybe that part makes sense. He's trying to, embellish his impact on hip hop, which is hilarious. But he tried to explain why he went, white for this album. And he said him and his friends, particularly his white friends, will always make jokes about if you want to be the biggest star and you want to be rich, go white. So this was technically supposed to be a metaphor for him appealing mostly, to the masses by going white. And Ninja is a great example of that.
Oh my goodness, what a awful song.
The crazy part is, like, yes, does he spam the hard R? really, really bad,
Yeah.
like 35 times. But on top of that, the rest of the album is actual shit. Like it's now this is coming from someone I know that most people think like because I like people like Absol, Lupe Fiasco, Kendrick Lamar that I wouldn't like Young Thug. Au contraire, I actually think So Much Fun is a great album, not a good
I like
album,
that
a
album too.
great album.
Yeah, I like it.
And I stand by that. I think that he has a great vocal talent. I do like him way more than Future. I actually think Future is ass, and I think Young Thug was better. Was better.
Good talk.
uh, Same thing with when Gunna first came onto the scene. I hated Gunna because I thought he was just budget Young Thug. He didn't have the inflections. He didn't have the charisma. Granted, now that he avoided that case, my goodness, that man has grown. And there's a lot of things that I could say positive about Young Thug, but it's all gone down the drain. It's all in poor faith, and the one thing that he has failed to do is actually make good music. And this album is like the epitome of that. He has some soulless, and I mean completely soulless features on this album. The Yuck with Ken Carson, trash. On the News with Cardi B, trash because of him. Cardi B's verse, it's fine. It's not that bad. There's other song, Catch Me I'm Falling. One of the absolute worst songs on the album. Complete utter bullshit.
I thought
Also,
it was the best.
in the words in Kodak Black, who picked these little sorry ass beats? Because the production on this album might be some of the worst that I've ever heard from any Atlanta rapper, and I'm not joking. I mean any Atlanta rapper. Even down to like the people that aren't as popular, like 1300 Saint. Whoop-de-doo is the worst version of Whoop-de-doo that the internet has allowed to happen. For those that don't know, it's been producers making remixes of Whoop-de-doo, like him saying Whoop-de-doo in that interview, and they've been making beats behind it, and it's been hilarious. But and I'm trying to see if they got one that has a mix. There we go. These are some of the ones that are available. Actually, this time I'm gonna just share the whole entire screen. That way, we can actually just look at stuff without me having to go back and forth because that stuff is annoying. But here's an example of people doing remixes.
How the hell a prosecutor gonna spell prosecution wrong? What are you talking about? Nigga, I created you, nigga. What I created you? The prison for the rest of our life? Whoop-de-doo. We go to prison, nigga. And we beat these folk. Whoop-de-doo. We beat them. Nigga, I created you, nigga. What? God created you by help. What? God created you by help. God created you by help. Nigga, I created you, nigga. What are you talking about? What? God created you by help. What? God created you by help. God created you by help. And we beat these folk. Whoop-de-doo. Whoop-de-doo. We beat them. If I meet you, you get whoop-de-doo. I don't got nothing against that. Be chilling with you.
Now here's the actual song. I hate that this has a visualizer.
Yeah, whoop-de-doo. The trunk in the front, whoop-de-doo. Today St. Laurent, whoop-de-doo. I'm spending 100, but we shot cause it's fun, whoop-de-doo. Emilio Pucci, whoop-de-doo. On top of her coochie, whoop-de-doo. I give
Weezy, you sucked on this one. I don't know what the hell was going on.
Man,
This is
like you said, Weezy out of here.
He was out of his goddamn mind.
Out of here.
But yeah, that song, one of the worst on the entire album. Sad Spider, lame. R.I.P. Big and Mac with T.I. Even T.I.'s verse gets unbearable to a point because he just won't shut the fuck up. Investing You in Mariah the Scientist is like two people, like in school plays, they'll have like a romantic interest. They'll do like West Side Story or Romeo and Juliet, and it'd be two people that know the lines, but they don't really like each other, or they don't spend any time with each other, so they have no chemistry. That's what Invest Into You is.
Yuck.
Which is crazy because they're actually dating.
Hey, well, I mean, she got Stockholm syndrome at this point.
She really does. Her self-confidence has to be in the dirt for her to go to a man that would do this to his face. And Anyway, the rest of the album, it gets to a high point, just a little bit. I will say, "Pardon My Back" with Lil Baby's verse. It got weird. There was like a no homo rainbow line. That shit was wild. But overall, the song is pretty good. "Mommy" with Sexy Red. Oh, you know what's gonna happen. It's gonna be garbage. Same with "What Up Jesus." Don't ever use the Lord's name in vain like that ever again. Even atheists are offended. Travis Scott, arguably the worst feature on the album outside of Mariah the Scientist. And the rest of the album was just mid. And it's 20 songs, bro. It's 20 goddamn songs of just mediocrity. This is hands down the worst Young Thug album to exist. I don't think many critics are going to rate it or rank it because, let's be real. He's doing whiteface and spam in the hard ER. But as far as even, placement on sound scans and in chart history, the song's not doing anything. I mean, the album isn't doing anything.
At this point, it should have been found guilty.
Yeah. And even I think I would have honestly at this point, yeah, way better. But yeah, if you see So Much Fun hit number 1, had 93 weeks on the charts. Young Stoner Life, an album I actually don't like at all, was 24 weeks on the chart, hit number 1. The album Punk, don't like that album either, was number 1, 11 weeks on the chart. It's just, this album will not touch that at all. If it does, I'll be highly...
It's like he has a one good album every 3 to 4 years or so.
Yeah, and honestly, we're being nice giving him that because Barter 6 wasn't good either.
Yeah, Barter 6 was trash.
Yeah, Barter 6 was trash. And also, there's a lot of bad blood that's in that, but we're not going to worry about that now. But yeah, this album sucks. He sucks. Honestly, the only reason why we're covering it is because we do music reviews. But overall, this thing was a waste of time.
It's definitely a bad stain when it comes to, like, if we were trying to introduce more people to hip hop, this is definitely an album you should avoid like the plague.
It's an alt-right rap album because the people that are on the alt-right are going to love Ninja.
That's true.
They're going to spam any song with, people that align with their views. I mean, we had the whole Sexy Red voting for Trump thing, even though that came out to be that she was just trolling for a check, which, I mean, lady.
Who couldn't have saw that coming?
Yeah, but also have some fucking vision. Like, what it looks like when you have that influence.
Yeah, have some
just because it's for a check.
For
yeah, not all money is good money. I mean, but also we're asking a woman that said "My pussy pink, my booty hole brown" is her first single. Self-respect kind of out the window at this point. But in the other news that
I just hate that, like, whenever people like listen to her and see her and stuff, like a lot of people who already have preconceived notions of the stereotypes of black women gets amplified seeing her, and I hate that.
I hate it too, but also that's because people like painting black people as a monolith, even though it's completely unfair. Because is there a time and place for Sexy Red? Yes, the same way there's a time and place for Froggy Fresh, Kid Rock, and every other white artist that exists. Like, I can't expect all of them to be, I don't know, Eminem, Jack Harlow, Jelly Roll, and Sam Smith. I don't know. I'm naming white people that I don't absolutely hate. I don't know how I feel about Jelly Roll yet, to be honest. But
he killed it on Wayne album, though.
I guess he did. But, I can't expect them all to be these people that we hold in high regard. Sturgill Simpson, Johnny Cash. So you can't expect every artist that gets on the mic that just so happens to be black to be this epitome of conscious hip-hop. Not every female rapper wants to be Rhapsody, and not every male rapper desires to be Black Thought. We got to go have parties and fun at some point. And I get it. Some of the context in that is not positive, but even in entertainment, shock value has always been a factor. So it's just like, I don't get why we can't allow that to exist simultaneously, but just not boost it to be the representation of who we are.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. I'll let it go. Because there's worse things going on in the world. Like, Saudi Arabia buying EA Sports. This doesn't even make sense to me. This is how I know we're living in an alternate reality.
Yeah.
Because what the hell do they? I have never seen people want an advantage in FIFA so bad.
Yeah, I'm about to say they have no business being part of, a developer. Like, what the hell is going on, man?
And then the person that is involved with this is Jared Kushner.
Lord have mercy.
Yeah, so Saudi Arabia's Sovereign Wealth Fund, an investment company run by the son-in-law of the United States President, aka Jared Kushner, a California-based private equity firm, have bought gaming industry giant Electronic Arts in the largest leveraged buyout in history, worth $55 billion. PIF is a $1 trillion Saudi venture that is increasingly buying stakes in global entertainment industry. And I kind of want to know what else they have.
Oh, trust me, because they got a flag football league where they got Tom Brady come out of retirement to play in. So this is only the beginning. Saudi is about to take over a whole bunch of stuff when it comes to sports, whether it's boxing, flag football, video games. This is only the beginning. And I think they're going to take over a whole lot more in the U.S. A lot of people who will always be crying about, oh, well, I would never do business with so-and-so. And then as soon as they see billions and billions of dollars come across that table, you know what?
Exactly. So, I remember the first deal was paying Ronaldo like $1 billion.
Yeah. He got a ton of money to play for in Saudi.
Play for Al Nassr.
Yeah, Al Nassr, yep.
Yeah. And then the French duo, Benzema and Conte, they left Real Madrid and Chelsea to play for Al Ittihad. Yeah, Ittihad.
I know what you're talking about. Yep.
So it's wild. Now, the first thing, of course, everyone that cares only about the gaming part, which, I mean, let's be real, I don't watch soccer either. And as a matter of fact, I still call it soccer. They want to know what's going to happen with EA. And EA, the Saudi PIF, basically, we'll just refer to them as PIF from now on. PIF is already trying to cover the $20 billion debt that they have from, the purchase of EA. So guess what? The Sims is already replacing most of their staff with AI. Yay! So a whole bunch of jobs are. Yeah. And it's just wild that this is already granted, this was announced less than 12 hours after the purchase. They were just like, oh yeah, we're going to start doing some stuff with AI. It says a history making $20 billion is to be provided by JP Morgan under basically financing and underwriting the banking giant, about $18 billion of which will fund the deal's closing. So the closing cost pretty much is $18 billion. Oh, by the way, that money that is to be paid back to JP Morgan, who cares? Because they're also cutting jobs too. Yay! This is wild. Like they know. I was told
unemployment is down a lot, and everybody should have jobs.
Yeah, and also they fired the person that said that unemployment was really high. So there's that information for you. But it's just really crazy that this is a gaming super giant. Like, granted, we complain about EA a lot.
Yeah, they've been a lot of shit coming out, and it's pure shit coming out.
Exactly. But now they're owned by people that don't know anything about video games.
A damn thing.
And this is what happened for anyone that, for all my real gaming nerds, this is exactly what happened with Nintendo. Nintendo was ran by, I'm trying to remember, oh my god. Damn, I think it's Iwata. Yeah, Satoru Iwata. He died from cancer at 55. He was a hardcore gamer. Like he is a dream, like CEO or owner for Nintendo. He loved gaming. He's the reason why so many of y'all love the Wii. Just to be straight up, because he understood, what it took to be a real gamer, how the industry should work, and how to appease to the gamer. And when he died, what's his name? Doug Bowser. Yeah, CEO. He's the president and CEO. So Doug Bowser came
I think
into
he's
play.
stepping down. I think this year.
Yeah, he's retiring at the end of the year.
Yeah, retiring.
But him and I forgot the other guy's name. Not even gonna worry about it. But with them, they turned it full blown business. It was much less about game. It was much less about gaming. It was much less about enjoyment. That's the reason why now you can't get tournaments without owning the license. And the tournaments for things like Mario Kart and Smash Bros. Have to be basically sanctioned by Nintendo. It's the reason why they're patenting all types of gaming mechanics that will literally ruin entire genres of games. Because these people don't know shit about gaming and don't care. It's all about making money and squeezing funds out of people. It's the exact same reason why you can now buy a game that's for the Switch and you can just pay for an upgrade that unlocks, running it at 1080p or 4K for an extra $10 and it'd be the same game. The exact same game. But the industry is cooked, and this is why I love indie games and small developers. Game of the year, now I will say it's a 3-way race. It's not really. Expedition 33 is still one of the greatest games to ever exist in the history of gaming, and it should win Game of the Year. And if it doesn't, I would throw a fit. But the top 3 games for this year are all from small developers. No huge AAA game is even in like the top 5 performing games this year. Granted, Monster Hunter Monster Hunter. Shit, I forgot the name of the game and I own it. It's Wilds. Monster Hunter Wilds is one of the bigger games this year. But Hades 2 from Supergiant Games, Clair Obscur, and Hollow Knight all have teams collected that add up to less than 50 people working on these games. Donkey Kong Bonanza probably has like a team of maybe 100. So, there's a lot of hope for gaming when it comes to smaller developers, but these big super giants not only are going to take you for a ride with your wallet, but basically going to try to take you for everything that you have with your time and also the way that these games are meant to be played. They want to make them into a job, and that sucks. So here's to me announcing now, there's like a 90% chance I'm boycotting EA after this purchase. Tales of Kenzara is out. I already beat it. That was my favorite EA published game in the past maybe 5 years. Everything else, I don't care. I'm not playing Battlefield. I didn't care. So it's just one of those things where we'll have to wait and see how bad it gets. But I can tell y'all now, there's going to be a lot of asset flips and a lot of AI introduced. And it's not going to be a good look. They have to cover billions of dollars.
Yeah, it's just a bad look. All in all, man. I'm sick of it. Like, the fact that we don't have any type of control of any of this type of stuff, and it's just gonna, like I said, it's just gonna continue to get worse. Like, and I guess that's why I hold so much value with my retro games. Like, I have a whole bunch of retro games that I've never sold and never will sell because of stuff like this. And it's unfortunate, that the gaming industry has taken so many hits, throughout the years, and the fact that money is always going to be the root of anything that happens. The fact that you allow this to happen when you were already being shamed for, the quality of your games, and now it's going to be even worse now. But then guess what? They're going to charge you even more now because they're going to want to recoup some of that. So, good luck.
DLC out the ASS.
Yep. Good luck, man. I have not bought Madden or 2K in I don't know how long. Probably at least a good 7-8 years, I think.
Oh man, my seat's starting to lower itself. God damn it. It's okay. We'll make this work for now.
One thing Enzoy is really occupied. So,
Oh, and Enzoy is feeling great, but also for the people that don't want more AI in their games, like they're already screwed because there's plenty of it in Enzoy.
$1,000,000,000%.
Yeah.
It's I like the way it's done in the sense that you can upload your own images and it's completely optional to use the AI to like create things.
You can make your own emotes and stuff, which I think is hilarious.
Yeah. I do rather that than, even it's behind the paywall, I guess. I guess that's like the alternative, I guess. But yeah, no, 100%. The whole EA getting brought up by private equity made me laugh. I'm like, private equity buys things and runs into the ground.
Exactly.
They're already running to the ground.
First of all,
things been squeezed from it already, bro.
Exactly. But also, this is something from people from the Trump administration. Let's be real here. They're already running enough into the ground on their own.
That is for damn
That's
sure.
true. Very
Lord
true.
have mercy. And the fact that they speed running this is crazy. Like, not even a full year in that they destroyed so much already.
It's ridiculous. But yeah,
But
that's
it's what niggas wanted.
it's apparently, and also the nigga haters definitely wanted it.
Mm-hmm.
But
there's one bright thing. Speaking of the Trump administration being haters,
uh-huh.
money's going to be sitting for the NFL, though, and that's going to be a
that I can't wait.
Yeah,
you know
that
what?
That is great. Yes.
I was going to cover the story of David. I'm gonna just make this real quick. The dude's a groomer. He's a pedophile, and apparently he's also a murderer. I'm also ashamed that he's from Texas.
Yeah.
Now onto something so much better. The halftime show has already been announced. And Bad Bunny is an outstanding choice.
Oh, absolutely.
But also, I had, once again, me doing my duties of being on the internet. Not chronically online, but I do have my topics lined out pretty well.
It's okay if you're chronically online.
Oh God, no, I'm really not.
Yeah,
the amount, my algorithm sucks because I barely engage with it. But anyway, one of the things that I was reading earlier, which I thought was just wild, was a post about people being very upset that he's the performer. And the thing that really got me was
it's too woke. I won't be able to understand what he's saying.
And that was one part of it. So someone tried to make this educated point that isn't an educated point. They said, be honest, we live in America. We live in America. Football is an American sport. 12 to 15% of Americans know Spanish. It's always the football fans, men, who care about the halftime performance. It's been like that since MJ. Also, very hard false right there. Like it hasn't been like this since MJ. MJ was almost no one gave a damn. It was all about the game. The only reason why anyone cared is because MJ brought in a significantly larger fan base outside of men.
And plus, we're not going to pretend like Beyonce didn't perform not too long ago and had plenty of women watching the halftime show.
And like the ratings weren't super high, which is crazy to me. So, we already know that this first part is bullshit. So he says, what's the point of having someone do a show and nobody knows what you're saying? So here's my very easy counter to that. The same reason that we go play games in Brazil and Germany and plan to expand into other countries. The NFL desires to be a global audience. End of story.
Yep.
There is no argument you can have against that. It is factually correct. Every game that has been played overseas in Mexico, in Brazil, in Germany, I think they're expanding out to games in Russia at some point.
Yeah,
I don't know how that's going to work.
Goodell said that he wanted to have basically at least 16 international games, so at least every team goes over international.
Yeah, and I don't think I don't really like that.
I don't either, but that's what he said.
I mean, it really messes up. To me, the travel logistics for sports in general are already harsh.
Very.
And, they had the game in Dublin. They had London. Of course, they had St. Paul earlier this year.
Mm-hmm.
And these things are tasking. And the reason why they don't usually put very big primetime games over there is because most of these games, they're not going to perform their best going all the way across the country. Just being real. And also the risk of injury is greater. Environmental issues, game cancellations, blah blah blah. Like all this stuff logistically can be a thing. But I don't mind it being a global game. I just want you to make it to where people can actually watch the fucking game. We shouldn't have blackout games. NFL Red Zone shouldn't be basically a cock tease for how much of the NFL you can watch. And then you have to have Amazon Prime, but then you might need to have Hulu because they have live sports.
And don't forget Netflix.
ESPN2. Netflix has games now.
Peacock too.
See, I actually forgot about Peacock like completely. It's so ridiculous that you want to expand into markets that have to deal, these people usually watch soccer or cricket, and you're going into these markets and trying to disrupt their flow of what they usually consume sports wise and make them into evangelical football fans. And the way you're going to do that is by having a game there that, once or twice a year that they can watch. But then after that, you realize that they don't have a way to watch the rest of these games without spending enormous amounts of money and completely inconveniencing them when they could just watch the respective sports that are already popular in their countries.
Yeah, because soccer is the most popular sport in the world, and they get plenty of that throughout the whole year. And I understand, trying to expand your brand and stuff like that, but to force it, yeah, that's never a good look. Basketball is much easier to be international because you got all these different international leagues across the world. Football is just football in America. That's it.
Exactly.
Like if they had more leagues and stuff, I know they got the Canadian Football League, but if they have more leagues, build that first. And then maybe you can talk about, actually getting a foothold in international waters. Until then, you're doing a disservice to, your true fans back in America. And I'm not saying that people, international can't watch the games. I'm pretty sure there are a lot of passionate football fans over there, but it's hard to get a foothold on the rest of the world that calls football. So.
Mm-hmm. And people are going to be even more pissed because, not only is he a Spanish-speaking artist who is staunchly anti-Trump, but also he's in the LGBT community as well. So
yeah,
it just makes it even funny.
A lot of people are going to be breaking their TVs and all that, and just going to be looking foolish.
And it's crazy. Like, even
I can no longer watch the NFL after this.
And for people that forgot, Puerto Ricans are American, bro.
Yeah,
like, he's not a foreign act. He's literally from an American-owned land. So, for all those people that want to be all bitchy about it and have an attitude, keep it to yourself. We don't give a fuck. But I think he's going to put on a great show. I think it's going to be a great representation of Puerto Rico. Do I think it's going to be the best performance of all time? Absolutely not. But he's done well, extremely well for the WWE. And his residency in Puerto Rico, which shout out to him doing that because it's going to bring a lot of money to Puerto Rico. I believe that this was the perfect choice. And it is the antithesis of what, let's be real, what racists wanted. It's not a Tate McRae. It's not a Morgan Wallen. It's not a Post Malone. If they ever choose Post Malone, look, I already don't watch football games now. I won't even watch highlights if they pick Post Malone.
Oh, Lord.
Don't you dare. But they wanted a Kid Rock. They wanted somebody who Ben Shapiro would say makes real music. But they also wanted somebody who wants to. Exactly. But they also want somebody that's going to stroke Trump's ego the whole time while he's on stage, and that's just not happening. So
and that's why Taylor Swift couldn't be, the halftime performer, because she went woke.
So, leave behind all the wokeness. Submit to your husband. That was a real quote from somebody who is no longer here with us. But this is a great way to end everything, because boy, oh boy, that David story is rough. I don't want to give anyone any inclination that they should go listen to his music. He is a sick person. I am ashamed that he is from Texas. I will never stop saying that. I am ashamed that he is from Texas.
The more and more news that comes out about that just makes it more and more disturbing.
Oh, yeah. But, hey, to be fair, he was born in Queens, so we get a little bit of grace with that one. It's not all of our fault. But, yeah, he sucks. He sucks as a human being. And honestly, the first song... You know what's crazy? I checked out his music because BandLab had this whole deal with David, right? So they platformed him and was like, this is how you can... He used BandLab to make his first song. And they basically gave him this premiere spotlight and was like, hey, Billboard recording artist David has learn how you can get to the big leagues with David, which granted, David, just like any other internet sensation, just got really lucky on the timing and invested early into social media. So what happened is he was a streamer. He used to get all his videos taken down for music copyright infringement. So what he started doing is reposting all those clips, and he just started making the music. His mom told him to make the music. And I was like, oh, that's a pretty dope story. So I, just go to his page, listen to whatever is the most popular song. I listened to Romantic Homicide, and I immediately said, that nigga's weird. I'm not listening to shit else. I turned it off. The song is short too. Like it's barely 2.5 minutes, if that.
Give me you and O'Mal's, man. I listen to that.
Honestly, yes, 100%, yes. But yeah, Romantic Homicide is literally 2.5 minutes. I listened to it. I said, yeah, this nigga's weird. I'm not listening to shit else. Closed the tab and said, I'm not going back to that ever. And I knew I wasn't. And then come to find out about his case, and I was like, I knew it. I knew that weird nigga was up to something. And
he immediately justified.
The music video and the song seems to be directly correlated to the case, and it is very disturbing to even listen to that song in full. I do not like it. For instance, one of the lyrics is, in the back of my mind, I killed you. And I didn't even regret it. I can't believe I said it, but it's true. I hate you. Yeah, man, I'm not going back to that shit.
Yeah, that shit is crazy, man.
Yeah, I'm good. I am so good. I don't need. But yeah, I hope justice is served. I didn't know how to respond to Celeste Hernandez being discovered at such a young age to lose your life. It is very unfortunate, and I feel for her family. I mean, keep an eye on your kids. Keep an eye on who they talk to. Should have never even met this dude. Also, make sure that your kids don't have Discord. Discord is made for adults. God damn. Your kids can text and call their friends with their phone numbers. Things that literally can be tracked and traced. I know that people think that it's being a helicopter parent, but you really have to be protective.
Helicopter.
Helicopter. Ah! All right, never mind. I'm not gonna do that. Get the whole damn thing taken down. Get the whole damn thing taken down for the wrong reason. But just I don't know. Just be protective and be wary, because people be tripping. Yeah. And also, this deleted video seems interesting, but also I don't really like
that thumbnail. Is very disturbing.
It's intentional.
Yeah.
But I may watch it, but I may not, because I actually don't really care for him that much. I think he contradicts himself in a lot of things, but it's okay. Some of his takedown videos they're a masterclass in how to break down an individual, but some of the stuff just ends up being really corny, because you have to remember, like when the intro to his videos is the Heil Hitler instrumental, and I was like, oh yeah, that's why I unsubscribed from you. Because if you can sit here and call out Drake and hate J. Cole and be critical of all these other people, and you have this instrumental in general on your page, yeah, I kind of don't fuck with you.
But that's before you know it, he's going to be some senator in some state somewhere.
Man, you might though. But on that note, once again, congratulations and big shout out to Bad Bunny for landing his spot at the Super Bowl halftime show. It seems like I'm going to be slightly less interested in this Super Bowl the way the season is going currently.
Yeah,
but
I'm sorry about that, man.
Oh no, it's not even just the Ravens. It's just the Rams don't have a chance. And
I think they do.
No, they don't, bro.
As long as Philadelphia doesn't win it, I don't care who wins.
See, and I still care because I don't want it to be the Bills either.
That's fair. That's fair.
I want it to be sleeper. This is the year for the Lions. I'll just say,
I
please,
would
Lions.
love that. I would love that.
Lions, please make Ben Johnson leaving look stupid. Go get yourself a Super Bowl ring. And
it'll be just like Bryce Harper when he left the Nationals and they won the World Series as soon as he left.
That's funny. I remember that. And let's get, I don't know, Lamar Jackson to the Rams, please.
Ooh. Especially if Stafford retires.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Lamar to the Rams. Let's do it.
That'd be real nasty.
I would love that so much.
Because he would have a legit defense. He definitely has bona fide receivers. Puka Nacua is a blessing. Thank you for Puka Nacua. He's helping my fantasy team so much. Thank you, Puka.
And also, they have like one of the 5 best head coaches in the entire NFL.
Oh, yeah, no doubt. And McVay always having master classes.
McVay finds a way. But yeah, actually, I feel like we're running over on time. I don't even know how long this shit's been running, to be honest. But it's all good, though. We'll find out later. Take care of yourself and one another. Love those who love yourself, who love those who love you the most. Call me OQ. Shona Speakeasy. We out.